Hi there, hello, how are you? I hope you're having an absolutely amazing day. Welcome to another episode on the Elevated Home, where we like to clean and organize our home while being stoned. That's what elevated means, Lisa. We can say swear words because we're adults, and we can smoke weed because it's amazing. I have a half of a cup of coffee. Is this weaning myself? I should take a tolerance break from caffeine. Before we jump into these 13 genius hacks to making your home smell absolutely amazing, if you partake at all, let's take a hit together in celebration of this being called the Elevated Home for that reason. This here is my brand new baby, my Puffco Peak. Thank you so much, Wendy, for sending it my way. Let's take a hit together, but like me off camera. I want to preface this with not a single one of these hacks involves an essential oil. And why, you may be asking? I believe that nobody actually owns essential oils. Nobody actually goes shopping for essential oils unless an MLM have you in their little MLM clause and you're paying an astronomical amount of money for these things that you can use one drop at a time and then they run out. Listen, I used to be a Young Living distributor and I made money doing it. I didn't lose money doing it. So I'm not even coming out of a place of anger towards an MLM. I have an entire bin of essential oils and I never use them. I don't even want to use them. Every single drop feels like it costs $1 and none of it appeals to me. So tell me if I'm wrong. All right, I'm 9 minutes into filming. We should probably get started here. Tip number 1 is to wipe down all of the flat surfaces in your house on the regular, but use your favorite scented spray, which I know sounds like the most obvious thing in the entire world. I don't care what season it is. If it's your favorite scented spray is mine, the apple cider scent, and you do like me and you buy like 12 bottles of this when it comes out in the fall, that way you have it for the entire year, then yeah, you're gonna smell apple cider scent when you come in my house in May. It's just, I freaking love this smell. And I have like, I don't even know, I have allergies to something, definitely cleaning products, and I'm very sensitive. Whoa! I think I just short-circuited there. Yeah, Mrs. Myers does not ever trigger like a swollen face reaction, allergic reaction, I guess that would be called, or like a migraine, because a lot of scents do that for me. But I've gotten into the habit of just wiping down flat surfaces, and knowing that I have this favorite scent makes me want to do it. Don't be afraid to be that person in the store that opens up the bottle and sniffs it, so you know that it's like the exact scent that you want. I also used to be an executive team leader at Target, and people would do that all the time, and I didn't care. Like, staff and team members did not really care. Maybe that's an issue. I don't know if you think that's an issue. If you saw my laundry room makeover, I use these like laundry sheets that are filled with soap, and it's not liquid, it's a sheet. I freaking love them. They're by this brand called Earth Breeze. They also sell a couple sustainable type products, and one of them is this washcloth that's like a paper towel. It's like an extra thick durable paper towel, like a shop paper towel, layered 10 times. These are really nice because you can get them wet, you can wash them easily, you can reuse them over and over and over again, and then you can replace them when they kind of start getting gross. When they start to get gross is when they almost feel like they're too soft, but not even really dirty or mildewy or moldy or anything like that because they dry super fast. It's like when they start to feel too squishy and you're just like, I don't like that feeling on my hands. So yeah, they come in a 3-pack. On to tip number 2, and I'm gonna fly through the rest of them a lot faster. Tip number 2 is your washing machine. So there are these tablets from EcoGals. An entire box is a 1-year supply. So you only do it once per month, and you put 2 of these tablets into your washing machine and you turn it on like sanitary, or I have a tub clean option, but whatever is like the hottest, longest, most scrubby-dubby option that yours has, put it on that, and your washing machine is going to be sparkling clean at the end of it. Just make sure that you have a washcloth or a microfiber or something like that so you can wipe down the door and the gasket afterwards and let it stay open to air dry. And you should do that all the time. Like, so whenever you're done with your laundry, wipe down the door, wipe down the gasket, and then I'll just throw the microfiber into the washing machine and leave the door open, and everything just dries and it's fine. These do preserve your washer's life because it's actually cleaning the gunk out of the tubes and all of the contraption parts that you can't see, all of the drain tubes and such. If your machine is extra stanky or like like this is the first time you're cleaning it because you didn't even know that you're supposed to clean it, you're not the only one that doesn't know that you're supposed to clean your washing machine. I didn't know that you were either. My husband's actually the one that told me about that, and I was like, what, really? But we're like, it's always got soap in it. You can run up to 3 cycles in a row with this, and always just select like the longest, 2 hours plus, and the hottest setting. Okay, number 3 is basically just using those like the most popular household cleaners that everybody has. You already have vinegar, baking soda, coarse salt probably, and lemon juice. I would just suggest buying the cheapest lemon juice, the cheapest of all of these things. You're gonna mix any one dry ingredient with any one wet ingredient here. It's not actually very much rocket science. So like you can use the baking soda with the lemon juice or the baking soda with the vinegar, because both ways you're going to get that nice bubbling action and it nice and clean. If it's super stinky, I like vinegar because it really neutralizes the smell. If it's not and I just kind of want to freshen it up, I'll use lemon juice because then it just smells very clean. On my other side, I tried the coarse salt with vinegar, and this is a side where water will sometimes sit because this side of the sink doesn't get used very much. So because it sits a little bit, of course it could get stinky, and the coarse salt and vinegar just makes it smell amazing. Again, just cap it for like 30 minutes. It will like help retain some of the heat, and then rinse it all down with boiling water. So I just used water from my kettle, rinsed it straight down, and oh my God, it smelled so much better. Scooting on over to the 4th hack. Scooting on over. That was like Southern. I'm not even from the South. I'm from the Midwest, which is actually very North, which doesn't feel Midwest at all. And I've always been kind of confused by that. Like we're at the East Coast basically. Why? Why Midwest? I'm sorry, I digress. You know that thing that I told you about the washing machine? Well, they also have it for the dishwasher, and it's the same ordeal. It's a 1-year supply, but you only put 1 tab in there, and it makes your washing machine like super sparkling clean. Of course, you got to clean like your filter and stuff kind of area, and when you're all done cleaning this, kind of just go in with a towel and wipe down gaskets and stuff, just to, because everything will be loosened up. But if water can't directly get to it, like around the gasket seal, then it can't rinse it away. Use one of these, wipe it away, and it makes it smell so much better. You just toss it in. You do not put it in the little thing. If you have like a sanitary or dishwasher cycle, do that. I didn't, so I put it on pots and pans, which I know is like the most scrubby dub. And then I also put on this turbo zone because it said that it blasts, like it super duper blasts the water all over the thing, so it'll operate a lot better too. Like these machines work better when they're clean, when like calcium and buildup and stuff isn't on their parts. It makes sense. Back over to the laundry room. Tip number 5 is going to be do your laundry all in one day, all in one shot. And I know you hate me for saying that. Believe me, it has been absolutely life-changing for me, because another reason why our clothes would smell is because at one time, this article of clothing went through and didn't get put in the dryer right away. It held on to that scent for forever after that. There are some fabrics that you just like cannot get that out of, especially like exercise clothing, things with spandex and lycra seem to really hold on to it. So instead of trying to do like 1 load a day, throwing the load in before you go to bed, doing it in the morning, like that routine never, ever, ever stuck with me. I couldn't do the laundry every day. That sounded ridiculous. So for me, laundry day is on Saturday. When I wake up, I sort all my laundry, I start going, I put the little alert sounds on the washer and dryer on their highest possible so that I can actually hear it and that I am alerted to go do the thing and do the laundry. It goes from laundry basket upstairs in my bathroom to folded, put away, and hung up all in the same day. But doing it all in one day does 2 things. It ensures that my clothes did not sit and get stanky and then be ruined for forever, and then also make my washer and dryer stanky because of it. And 2, the washer is not constantly wet, and when it's constantly wet, it's going to smell. So that's why I would suggest getting everything done in one day, so you can wipe down the door, wipe down the gaskets, toss the thing in, leave the door open, let it air dry, and move on. And then cleaning it once a month, it is the most spick and span cleanest laundry machine in the world, and I barely try. I think I need one more, so if you'd like to also pause for a second, let's go. I do love a dab downstairs because it doesn't have like scent. You know, in case somebody was to show up right now, I wouldn't be like super concerned about the scent. You know what? That kind of leads us into today's sponsor. Thank you so much, CloudCat, for sponsoring today's video. I bet you didn't know that cannabis products were amazing for the everyday person. These are superior to the things that you have been using. It'll make sense in a second. Oh no, the battery's gonna die. Should I just change? I should just change it. We're back in business. All right. Okay, so this is what I'm talking about. Listen, the most offensive smell in my house would be my dog Daisy's farts. But the second most offensive smell, and the smell that I'm most concerned about, is the smell of cannabis or weed smoke, obviously. And because cannabis smoke is so offensive, there are products out on the market that target specifically like the strongest of odors and neutralize them. All right, so this is what I'm talking about. Take your candles, but upgrade them so that they actually work to neutralize the air at the same time as making it smell beautiful. So this is a candle by Cannabolish that comes in like an original scent, which is this. It's almost like a bit more of like a spearmint. And then this is lavender, but it is very light lavender. So this candle is scientifically tailored to safely and effectively destroy odor molecules from cannabis and tobacco smoke with a hint of lavender. So I've tried this in the kitchen, in the bathroom, in the laundry room, and it works on everything. So this is something that if you are actually trying to neutralize the air at the same time as having a soft fragrance, this is what you need. Perhaps you have items in your house that are stinky and you're needing to hide them, I guess, stash them away in a way that was smell-proof. This smell-proof backpack can do that for you. This bag is obviously designed to transport the goods. So if there's something stinky that you're bringing along, and of course you don't want your vehicle to smell or your person to smell as you're walking around with a backpack on, you would put it in a bag like this. The bag's brand is from Revelry. We got it from Cloudcat Stash. That is an online head shop that has a ton, an absolute ton. Glass, accessories, the glow-in-the-dark toker poker that I used to light the candle and the hemp wick that's on it was also from Cloudcat. So it's an online shop that you can get everything that you need for your sesh, but then they also have these products that are good for really anybody and everybody because they work so well at doing a specific purpose, and that is controlling, hiding, masking, deodorizing smells. That's a big stoner issue. So looking at this bag a little bit more closely, it does have this pair of zippers at the top for the main part of the bag that has holes that line up so that you can lock it if you'd like, which I love. There's also a zippered pouch at the front right here that is also smell-proof and water resistant. And we have a pocket on either side of the bag. On the back, it has two padded straps, and I love this color. They have it in a bunch of colors. There's like really a ton. And if you weren't about that candle life, then they also have the spray. So this is like a quick room spray, room deodorizer. It very quickly removes the scent, whereas you might notice that the scent is gone in like within 20 minutes, half an hour with the candle. This would obviously do it like right away. So if somebody pops over and I don't want them to like smell stale cannabis smoke in my house, I'll spray this really quick. It works really well. Of course, this also came from Cloudcat. And then the last thing from Cloudcat is this odor removing gel. So this is something that's going to absorb odors because there's going to be somewhere in your house. It's like we all have that space, whether it's your basement or your garage. So in our case, it's the dog's area. They have a crate in the living room that they both just absolutely adore. They're in it constantly, but it can get stinky, obviously, because they're dogs and they're in it constantly. Is it the sexiest decor piece? Absolutely not. I could put it in a bin probably and make it look a lot better than this, or probably one of those Bath and Body Works candle holders would hold this. I just got rid of one that holds them perfectly that this would fit in. Also, all of three of these things are from Cannabolish, and obviously all four of these things, including the backpack, you can get on Cloudcat's website. So if you're ever looking for things, like they have all their Halloween stuff starting to come out. They have these little Halloween dab caps that are orange with little pumpkin faces on them. They're really cool. You can find everything on there. It's kind of like a one-stop shop type of an experience. And then we do also have a code. Nothing on that website can get you elevated, but it's all the things that you need to get elevated. I will have the link to Cloudcat Stash and our CODE down below so you can save some money on these things that are absolutely amazing that I swear, even if you do not smoke at all, you don't partake, you're not one of those type of people, it's totally fine. There's no judgment. I'm telling you that these things work better than the things that you get at the store because they were designed for like the worst. All right, wow, we are on hack number 10. Are any of these really truly considered hacks or just ways? Hack number 10 is to get yourself an air purifier because sometimes you just need to actually clean the air, and cleaning the air is going to help reduce the grossness that's in the air, like the pet dander and the little particles of dust and stuff that are floating around. It's gonna help with your allergies. It's going to help with the smell in the air. It's going to make the air smell like nothing. Get one especially that has a HEPA filter. I have the EnviroCleanse. I have the EnviroCleanse because for one, they gave it to me, but for two, it is actually designed to handle like cannabis smoke as well. And I wanted to be able to actually remove that scent from my house whenever possible. And it's portable, it's on wheels and stuff, but it's heavy as shit. It's 38 pounds. Lugging this thing up and down the stairs is not really feasible for me. But like around the house, if you got a sprawling ranch or something, sure. This thing sucks in all the air. It's got 4 different settings and it blows out all the air and it works really well. It's a good machine. They do have a lot more that look nicer, I guess, at the store. Maybe a little bit more discreet, not so white and bright. I would definitely say HEPA filter, and if you can get the kind that have 2 filters because then they capture different particle sizes, get that. The next one also seems incredibly obvious. Open up some windows, especially windows that are like opposite in your house. That would be the best option because then you're like literally pushing air, but secure those doors because they slam shut. I'll put a shoe in front of a door because sometimes like the wind tunnel will like slam it and it's startling. I especially like to open up the windows in bathrooms whenever possible because it just helps to get rid of like any of the mustiness and the heaviness, or like when you get out of a hot shower and you could just like, it smells like heat, wet heat. I hate it. Then open up the windows. Make sure though that when you close them at night that you lock them, and double check that because I don't want a serial killer to climb in through your window. This next one is a hack that I wanted to try that I'm so excited that I tried, that I found, and I am not a laundry fragrance type of a person. I'm like free and clear, and then I have one of those Scentsy bars in Amazon Rain. Oh my God, because it smells amazing in the dryer. So it's like a light scent, and I like it like that. I never put in dryer sheets or these things. Unstoppables. I never use these things because it just overpowers, and my husband doesn't want to smell like how I want to smell. I want something that's feminine. He wants something that's a bit more masculine. We never could like agree on a scent. We always just like settled for a neutral scent, which neither of us loved either. It makes no sense. Pun intended now. But I stumbled upon a video where you take these and you make your own spray with it. And it's super easy. It kind of reminded me a little bit of back in my essential oil days where I would be at home DIYing some concoctions, and I truly hate doing the DIY type stuff. But this one was like mad easy, and I think that it lasts a really long time. So you put in however many of these scent beads you want. I think I managed a couple tablespoons in there, and this is like maybe an 8-ounce size bottle. And then you fill it with hot water and you shake it until they all dissolve, and then they remain dissolved, and you can spray it on everything in your house. Like I sprayed it on bedding, on carpeting, because it is fabric softener. It is meant for your clothing. I sprayed it on my laundry in the closet and gave them all like a little fabric refresh. I sprayed it in the dog's crate and gave their bedding a little fabric refresh since we're in between washes right now. The couch, the cushions, the rug, the pillows, the dining room chairs, the drapes, like literally anything that has some sort of fabric to it can be sprayed with this. And I got the light one because I'm not heavy into scents. I would rather my house smell nearly void of scent altogether. I want it to be very faint. This stuff was very light. Of course, you can ramp it up more by adding more of the scent beads than I did, or you can lessen it even by removing some of them. But I feel like this is gonna last me a month. I feel like this is a 2-year supply. I got the smallest bottle too, and it's cheaper. I got it at Target, but it's cheaper on Amazon. I will have everything linked down below. And then there was one last thing that I wanted to try with this Downy scent bead hack, and that was that you sprinkle on a bunch of these little scent beads onto your rug. So this is a rug in the living room that doesn't get washed. Maybe once a year we get a steam cleaner and we do a couple passes on it to make sure it's clean, but otherwise it's not a ruggable. It's not something I can throw in the washing machine. And it also has some shag to it. And we also have dogs, and our dogs like to lay on it, and our kids like to play on it. So my point is that rugs and carpeting can get smelly, and especially this one. So I saw this hack where you sprinkle these beads and let it sit for like half an hour overnight and then vacuum them up. I let it sit for probably like an hour or so and then went in and vacuumed them back up. And let me tell you, these little bitches did not want to go back in that vacuum canister at all. It smelled nice. It did. I was really excited about that part of it. But I had to put my vacuum on boost mode, which is like ultra sucking mode, and then like really muscle it around to try to get all of these. And I still think that there's beads all in it. I'm sure. I can see 2 over there. And I get the point of laying them on the rug for a period of time before is to like infuse them with that scent before you vacuum them up. And then once you vacuum them up, you have them in the canister. So everywhere else you vacuum in your house, like if you're doing your hardwoods or your tile or something like that too, you're going to have that scent just kind of like pushed out through the vacuum, which is nice. That's like a whole double bonus. Love that part of it. But you could just dump these straight into the canister part and then use it that way also, and it's still going to emit the smell. As far as the rugs go, I think I would rather use the spray, and I'll get a more effective spray bottle because this one requires a lot of squeezes, but I think I'll get an industrial spray bottle and just go to town on this rug every once in a while. And this is the very last hack, and it also has to do with the Downy spray. See, none of these essential oils. So over it. Almost none of them candles, but this candle had a purpose. So you can spray this on the cardboard roll inside of your paper towel or toilet paper, and then it emits the soft scent again every time you swipe it away. This is probably my favorite scent hack ever. All right, so that's it. That's all 13 hacks, tips, tricks, whatever you want to call them, to make your home smell absolutely amazing. I hope you found something useful. Of course, I'll have the links to everything down below. I'll also have the link and the code to Cloudcat Stash down below, the Revelry goods, the Cannabolish goods, like all of that separately. But also a huge thank you to Cloudcat for sponsoring today's video and making it possible, and a thank you to my patrons for being here all the damn time. Wow, I'm losing my voice. What happened? I guess that's enough talking from me. Thank you for being here. Please consider hitting subscribe before you leave. Love ya, and I'll see you next time. Bye.